everyone, it's Mia. Welcome back to my channel, and today, as you can see by the title, we are doing a full face of drugstore makeup. Voila. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 p.m, so be sure to tune in for that. So if you would like to see how to achieve this look using only drugstore products, keep on watching. So guys, today we are going to start off with brows, and with brows I actually have a Revolution Pro pencil. So to be honest, this is not my favourite by a long shot. I prefer the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, but this is the one I have today just to show you. I'm just going to zoom you in. So with this, it is very similar to the NYX one, however I feel the colour is a little bit off. This is actually my mum's, but the colour is very warm, whereas NYX have it better with the colours. So definitely check the NYX Micro Brow Pencil out, because that is another good one. However, this was literally like £5, so you know, you really can't grumble at that. And I'm literally just going to be filling them in really nicely. Nice and soft, nothing too harsh. But it is slightly warm, too warm for me. However, we can make it work. And it is nicely pigmented, you know, it's not super waxy. You can build it up quite nice. So this is a great pencil for those starting off, or just need a good like everyday pencil. You know, again, nothing too expensive. Because, you know, especially for those that do wear makeup every day, you know, for example, to work or anything like that, it can get pricey because you do run out of things, so always good to look out for a cheaper alternative. But literally, like, that's filled in my brow really nicely. As you can see, it is a lot warmer than I would like. However, it's giving me a great brow, literally super quick and easy. So I really can't grumble at that for £5, so that is a win for me. Like I said, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil is another one to look out for. But I can't remember what shade I used. I think it was like Espresso. Yeah, I think I used the shade Espresso, so that's a great one. Definitely check that out. I'm just going to do this other brow and then we'll move on to the concealer. So both eyebrows are now done. Like I said, it's not the best brow product I've ever used. However, my eyebrows also aren't in the best state at the moment, so, you know, we move on. It's fine. But it's done the job. It's £5. It's a really good one. Quick and easy. So we move on to concealer, carving out the brow, which is going to make it look better anyway. So we are using, you guessed it, the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in the shade 327. So any of you who have watched any of my other videos know that I love this concealer already. It's actually one of the best concealers I've used from the drugstore especially. Super good concealer. So we're going to be using this today, and I'm just taking any brush, literally any brush you want. And just as long as you're really coating the product on there. And we're just going to carve the brow. So I've just coated my brush with the concealer, and now we're just going to go straight under the arch and just carve this out. And then I just obviously buff this all over my eye. As you can see, I'm just taking it out super far, because I always do. And I mean, look at the difference it makes. So I'm going to do the other eye now, and then we'll be back to do a little bit of eyeshadow. So both brows are now done. As you can see, it looks so much better being carved out. And now we can move on to a little bit of eyeshadow. So we're not doing much today, but we are still going to be dipping into this little gem over here. This is the NYX Ultimate Bright eyeshadow palette, and we're also going to be taking a pigment. This is from Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream actually isn't in the drugstore, but it's very cheap, so I'm going to recommend it because there's some of the best pigments out there. And I know this is really bright, but I'm going to show you how to do like more of a neutral. So I'm literally just going to be taking a nice big fluffy brush, just something like this, and I'm going to be dipping into the yellowy shade and this sort of burnt orange colour. So just swirling into them, mixing them about. Honestly, mixing colours is one of my favourite things to do with eyeshadow. And then we're just going to basically run this in the crease. So this is a Molly O'Brien Layla brush, by the way, for those of you wondering. And I'm literally putting it all over, like literally just dipping back in and out. And I'm just going to be blending this all the way around. So just something really, really soft, but still a nice wash of colour. And now I'm focusing more on the burnt orange. Really, really focusing that. And these are great, great shadows. Literally, they blend so, so seamlessly. No hassle whatsoever. They're so, so nice. Like, they just blend into each other really, really well. No patchiness, nothing like that. And I don't believe this was a very expensive palette. Like I said, maybe it was like £15 max. And I'm just sort of blending that all the way out. And then you can literally take anything. But I am going to be taking just this pigment and just pressing it all over the lid. Again, you can literally use any brush for this. I'm going to be taking a Zoeva 227 brush. And I'm just going to be dipping into that. I'm just going to be popping that all over the eyelid. And like I say, it's minimal product, but a super, super gorgeous finish. So I'm literally just blending that into the crease. And honestly, like, this lighting doesn't give the right, like, colour payoff or effect. But this is the most perfect, like, summer eye ever. Like, the most beautiful, just like golden blowout. So that is literally like eyeshadow done. Super simple, super, super easy. Like, nothing more to be said. This is in the shade Most Wanted, if I haven't already mentioned that. But literally one of my favourite things to do, especially during the summertime. This is just like a nice wash of colour with a nice pigment. So love this. So I did the other off camera just so it's quicker. And then we're going to move straight on into foundation. So literally, if you've watched my last few videos especially, this foundation is my new favourite, like, ever. Over Fenty, over Huda Beauty, over anything. This foundation is amazing. So this is the Maybelline Superstay foundation. This is in the shade 36 Warm Sun. I'm going to be taking the Molly O'Brien B brush. So this foundation is literally amazing. I've just got a moisturiser underneath, no primer, and I've just buffed this into the skin. It's just so, so good. Like, it covers everything, but in a natural way. So it's not cakey. Oh, honestly, I can't even express to you how much I love this foundation. Like, it's so nice. The texture of it's nice. It doesn't bring up texture in your skin. It's the only foundation that really covers my redness and my blotchiness. It's insane. So literally it gives you like a nice full coverage, but you can still see through it a little bit, and I love that because I do like to see my skin through foundation on a day-to-day. So I'm just buffing this in. Definitely give this a go if you've not tried it already, because it is one of my absolute all-time favourites now. I don't think I will ever go back to spending £40 on a foundation when this is 10, and it literally just works for me so well. But literally look how nice that is, buffed all over the skin. Gorgeous. Then we can move back onto concealer. So here it is, straight into it. Just brighten the under eye up a little bit. Just like that. Also the chin, a little bit on the nose, and a tiny bit on the forehead. I'm just going to blend the face part with my actual foundation brush. The Molly O'Brien B brush. One of my all-time favourites. Just tap that onto the skin, just because I think it gives a more natural finish. And now I'm dipping into my Real Techniques setting brush to blend out this. Just really lightly tapping. And this is honestly just such a good concealer. This concealer and this foundation as a combo is one of the best. So if you've not tried it already, go try it now. Insane. So remember, Maybelline Superstay and the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I've heard a lot of good reviews on the L'Oreal Infallible Actual Foundation, which I've never tried myself, so I can't really compare it to anything else. However, this is the best drugstore foundation I've ever tried. It's probably the best drugstore concealer I've ever tried as well. I do like the Maybelline Age Rewind though, so I must say that is a good one. I use that more in summer for more natural. This is very full coverage, but I love it. And look how bright it is now, like I love that. And then we're moving on to our powder, which is our Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 105, and I'm just taking a Real Techniques contour brush, but we all know that I don't like to use brushes as I'm told. I like to use them as I please. So I'm just tapping this under the eye, and again, this is definitely one of the best drugstore powders, setting powders I've ever used. It just sets so nicely. It's like butter, like melts into the skin like butter. It's so nice. And another one that I do really enjoy is the Rimmel Stay Matte. That's a great one, but this one just sets super nice, and I'm just loving it at the minute. I find the Rimmel one has a little bit of shimmer in it, which I don't really enjoy, whereas this one is just completely matte. And I only set the places where I apply the concealer really, but like it's just so nice, and you definitely can go all over the face with it. I'm loving this so far. Like, can you believe this is all drugstore? Like, you really can't, can you? So love that. So I'll be back for blush. I'm just going to do bronzer off camera because obviously I don't have a drugstore bronzer, so I will come back in just a second. So now I am back. I've just bronzed using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, but I don't really know of a great drugstore bronzer, unfortunately, so I can't really recommend one. I've heard good things about the L'Oreal True Match Powder Foundation, but in a darker shade, so maybe give that a go, but I always do stick to high-end bronzers, so sorry about that one. But now we move on to blush. So this is the NYX Ombre blush. Honestly, one of my favourite blushes, not just at the drugstore. Honestly, it's such an amazing blush. So I'm just going to be taking this on a Peaches and Cream PC03 brush as usual, and I'm just going to swirl around in this, and obviously as you can see, like, I've really loved this. This is in the shade Nude to Me. Honestly, so nice. So just swirl that, and I just tap it on the apples of my cheek, and it has this like glow, which I personally love and adore. Like, to the point where you really don't need highlighter, but I apply it anyway because I'm extra, you know that. And it's just the cutest blush ever. Like, so natural, but so cute. So I'd highly recommend this blush. Highly recommend it. It's just so good. Like, honestly, love it. Love it. Then we can move on to some highlighter. So I have two options for highlighter. I have the Maybelline Master Chrome, which is a good one. I've not used it in a while though. This is the Josh Cosmetics Cream. So this is more natural, this is more blinding, and this actually isn't from the drugstore, but again, it's very affordable and a great quality. So I'm gonna show you a bit of both, I'm thinking. Or should I just use the Master Chrome today? What should I do? Let's just take the Master Chrome first. So I'm just dipping into the Master Chrome, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit of that. I mean, it is gorgeous, to be honest. I've not used it in so long that I forgot how gorgeous it is. Like, that is beautiful. It does give you a bit of a cast, you can see. But I mean, that is gorgeous. So we'll just use the Master Chrome today then. We really don't need anything else. Because I mean, that is pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Like, if you want a golden highlighter, then this is definitely a good one. And I'm just like really like applying it in my key areas. Cupid's bow, tip of the nose, maybe a little bit on the chin, because why not? Tad on the forehead. Then I'm even going to just put a little bit in the inner corner, because why not? Again, why not? But I do always forget how pretty this is. But again, it just gives you a little bit of a cast, but it is pretty damn gorgeous. God, I forgot how much I really do like this. But it's not as great in the inner corner because it is darker, like it hits better like here. but it's fine, we roll. But like I said, this is a great one. The Josh Cosmetics cream, one of my favourites. Just Peachy is great as well. All of his highlights are amazing, so go check them out 100%. So again, I'm going to do my mascara off camera and then I'll come back at the end for lips. So yeah, I'll be back very, very shortly. So I did end up doing my lips off camera just because it's easier, otherwise I can't talk when I'm doing my lips anyway. So I ended up going in with the Peaches and Cream Borderline Lip Liner and the Peaches and Cream Bambi Gloss. So again, both Peaches and Cream, so not actually in the drugstore, but they are very affordable and cheap, so definitely go and check them out. Honestly, amazing. But this is the finished look. Like, I'm super, super happy with it. Everything from the drugstore, I'm very, very happy. Literally, the only thing that wasn't from the drugstore was the mascara and the bronzer. I think this is a huge, huge success. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've seen a few things that you want, or you feel like, oh yeah, I'll definitely grab that, because you need it, trust me. Especially the foundation, the highlighters, the blush. Oh yeah, literally I don't think there's anything. The only product that I'm not like loving is the brow pencil, but do you know what, at the end of the day, like, I'm looking and it looks pretty good. I just think I need a dark shade. So yeah, literally so happy with how this turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you like it too. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And I'm going to say one big last thank you for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys!